My brothers and sisters, allow me to share with you documented evidence of the number of our ancestors that were utilized as chattel slaves in 1860 in South Carolina, specifically in an area called All Saints Parish, which is located on the banks of the Atlantic Ocean. Number one, Clifton Plantation. Slave owner William Algernon Alston Jr. had control of 567 of our ancestors. Number two, Belfield and Fairfield Plantation. Slave owner Charles Alston Sr. had control of 290 of our ancestors. The third plantation, Oak Hill. Slave owner John LaBruce had control of 150 of our ancestors. Plantation number 4, Crawfield. Slave owner John Izzard Middleton had control and ownership of 201 of our ancestors. Plantation number 5, Hagley Plantation. Slave owner Plowden C.J. Weston had control and ownership of 334 of our ancestors. Plantation number 6, Midway Plantation. Slave owner Benjamin F. Duncan had control and ownership of 135 of our ancestors. The 7th plantation, Caledonia Plantation. Slave owner Estate of Robert Nesbitt had control and ownership of 160 of our ancestors. Plantation number 8, Woodville Plantation. Slave owner William Allen Alston had control and ownership of 151 of our ancestors. Plantation number 9, Waverly Plantation. Slave owner Joseph Blythe Alston had control and ownership of 184 of our ancestors. Plantation number 10, Litchfield and Willbrook Plantation. Slave owners Estate of John Herney Tucker had control and ownership of 335 of our ancestors. Plantation number 11, Oatland Plantation. Slave owner Martha Alston Pyatt had control and ownership of 215 of our ancestors. Slave plantation number 12, Turkey Hill Plantation. Slave owner William Hayward Trappier had control and ownership of 90 of our ancestors. Plantation number 13, Brook Green et al. Slave owner Estate of Joshua John Ward had control and ownership of 1,121 of our ancestors. Plantation number 14, Lauren Hill Plantation. Slave owner Daniel W. Jordan had control and ownership of 261 of our ancestors. The 15th plantation, the Richmond Hill Plantation. Slave owner John D. McGill had control and ownership of 189 of our ancestors. The total number of our ancestors under control and ownership by these white slave masters in All Saints Parish was 4,383. This is for your information and edification, my brothers and sisters. Peace.